want any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To accept this call, press 5 now. To decline this call, hang up. Thank you.
Good morning, good people.
Hey, good morning, Patrick. I'm driving down the road, but your son sent me an email, and I can't recall the exact details while I'm driving, but I'm gonna be arriving in my place of location in about 1 minute, and I'll be able to bring it up. But I wanted to be able to tell you what he said.
Okay, let me call you back then in about within 20 minutes.
Okay, but I'll probably have to I'll probably have to get on the road again. If you can just wait just a second, I can pull over. Let me. Yeah. Give me just. Okay. Yeah. Give me just a second because he said something to me, and I wanted to. I'm pulling over right now. Let me pull over, and I'll be able to look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me put on my glasses so I can see my phone.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Search. I'm going to look for Hoffman, Hoff. Where's it at? Here it is. I think. Here's what he said. He said, I watched the latest YouTube video. I think my father misunderstood. I go in for consultation for back surgery on the 16th, but he does appreciate the prayers. So,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
very good.
Okay. Now I have something else that came up. Agnes found in the paperwork that she got the bundle of paperwork from my attorney when he retired. We haven't looked into it and thought it was only transcript materials. She got to looking at it and she found a couple of pieces of paper. One that said that the prosecution had received a statement from the FBI stating that the bullet that killed Officer Millard was shot from a .357 Magnum, Smith & Wesson double-action revolver. Now, the prosecution sent that back to them saying, oh, that can't be true because the defendants were shooting a 9mm. So it came back as a 9mm. The problem is, the photograph of the bullet shows a projectile twice as long as what would come out of a 9mm. And the only way that can happen is if it's a 38 or 357 rather than a 9mm, because 9mm were only loaded up to 125 grades or something like that. Parabellum bullets were only maybe 115 total. Some of them were 95, some of them were 85, but the aluminum hollow point that came out of that gun was 115 grade, but it's not a full metal jacket. So we have that problem there.
When you say parabellum, just to clarify for me, that means a 9mm?
Yeah.
Okay.
The parabellum bullet was the name and distinction come out of Germany pre-World War II. It was the manufacturer name for the 9mm Luger round.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay, very good.
Yeah. Now, Agnes also found a statement from the court clerk's office, Jackie, what her name was. She wrote a letter to Mr. Price, my trial attorney, and it reflected that, and Agnes is going to send you a copy of it. That should be put out on the internet, if able to. It says that she observed the judge, since the judge, this was her first capital or first degree murder trial case. She was doing things in her body language and statements that were allowed to the jury that reflected a very unusual matter that showed jury determination.
A bias, like a bias.
Bias, that we were guilty. And what it does is it goes against the state law that says that judges will not breach the appearance of fairness, and that's what she did with allowing the court, the prosecution to administer to the jury 3 rules that pointed to finding a guilty verdict only.
Yeah.
And along with this, then, having her, before she passed away, have her husband do all that he could to get me free, because she was sure she had placed an innocent man in prison, that would fall into place very comfortably. And Agnes has also found, with the way of things, we have a way to prove that the prosecution had the FBI destroy the weapon. There are indications in the police paperwork that Mr. Price either didn't find or didn't see or what have you, but they indicate that they found the weapon on the property, near the property, as where I put it, and it wasn't placed in evidence. The prosecution had it destroyed because it was exculpatory and would have ruined their case, and they would have got paid $50,000 plus. And it was used to allow the prosecution to claim that we destroyed it because we knew we were guilty to the jury.
Wow.
That is a Brady violation.
Right.
And with these things and we've got to get an attorney to get the serial number that we know is there at the destruction site for the FBI for these weapons. It's got to be on file somewhere, and the FBI has to provide it, because that's within their activity, their business.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be an unbiased law enforcement agency, and look at what they've done.
Yeah,
to all of my people.
Let me share this. I believe the FBI are children of the devil, and I've called for the eradication of the FBI within America. There is a pattern of abuse, where you said they send back the evidence because it doesn't match up with what the prosecution wants. That's completely illegal and unethical, and it doesn't give a fair trial. And I believe that what they did to you, they've done to many other people as well.
Yes, and that's why Mr. Dr. Whitehurst,
right,
made the news broadcast that he did, and that supports everything that we're moving towards right now. And it also supports freedom for Leonard Peltier.
Yep. That's right.
So, and I have one more request to have you, as soon as you're able to, get the request out to have everybody call the superintendent here at Airway Heights and Agnes has the phone number for it, at Olympia, the transfer appeal office in Olympia, and explain to them not only that we're trying to get the move because my son is over there in Enumclaw and it would be easier for Agnes, but also that did what he did in calling the Airway Heights officials here and having my time made more troublesome, as proven with the paperwork that I sent to Agnes about the cell search. Everything that was on that confiscation paperwork was okay. Not only for that search, but for 4 searches before that. And all of a sudden now, after all of this, when I brought it up to them in the office there, and the whole matter got stopped and stuff, they've been very, very kind and haven't searched me and haven't done this and stuff. And when I went to the hearings the other day, and the hearing was supposed to be on 4/17, and it turned out to be 5/8, they were all in favor of letting me go to Monroe here. The officer that did the cell search and was belligerent up to a point, and then all of a sudden when I presented that he had contact with this one and was acting on that contact, and the following day he then turns around and says, just so you know, I didn't have any contact with, I never said the guy's name. So that told me that what he was claiming was false was actually true. That he had contact with them, and was acting on it.
Let me give the number that Agnes gave me. It's 360-725-8213. 360-725-8213. That's the number that Agnes gave me. And if people call this number, can you say again what you would politely? We don't want them to be combative or rude. What do they need to? What do they politely need to request?
That there have been things happen to me that shouldn't have happened in the course of being a prisoner under their authority. And to avoid this, they're requesting that I be transferred to Monroe, because you can't, we know and they know that they won't do anything against their officers. But somewhere down the line there will be retaliation for it, and we're trying to avoid that. So we're trying in a good way to work through this so that we don't have lawsuit or we don't have bad feelings.
So you want people to call that number and ask that you be transferred to Monroe, because that's closer to your son and it's a better environment for you, and you're concerned that there's bad feelings with the guards where you are.
Yes.
Okay.
The problem is the guards make up their own rules, and they're allowed to, and we have no stand against that. You can't exist in an environment where the authority over you can do whatever they please and make out that you're not following rules that are made up in their head. We're not psychics. We're prisoners.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where that's at, and I'm trying the best I can with everything possible to do this in a good way so that it gets to where it's supposed to be. It took a lawsuit for me to get there one time. I shouldn't have to do that again. I shouldn't have been removed from there because I didn't break the lawsuit. The DOC did. And this is telling about the DOC. They're vengeful, they're vindictive, and they want to try to hurt prisoners as much as possible because they believe that it's within their authority to inflict more punishment on those that they feel deserve it.
Let me share a quick. Let me share a quick. Okay, this is a quick story that got national attention not too long ago. It's called the Too Cute movement. Too Cute, and there were prison guards, correctional officers, all across America, taking pictures of themselves, bragging about how they abused the prisoner, how they didn't bring the food, or that they got the bread wet when they brought, there was just a certain, anyway, there were several prisoners that ended up getting fired, and they had gotten so bold and so brash about abusing prisoners, they felt comfortable taking a picture of themselves and bragging about how they had abused that prisoner that day. And my wife told me it was a national story, and several people got fired.
Yes, in 1995, I remember an article that Penny brought up to me about prisoner guards in Colorado getting prisoners together for a fight to the death, and they were betting on them.
Yeah.
And they got found out, and they got these officers. The most they got out of it, one officer, I believe, took the rap and got 2 years out of it, and
wow.
he went to the country club that this one that was working for Trump now went to. He never did any prison time, real.
Wow.
Anyway, be that as it may, this is the type of thing that's going on in the United States, and nobody seems to give a damn about it. But you and I and a handful of others.
I know. I know.
Agnes talks about what's gone on with my case to the people where she eats her senior meals and stuff, and they're aghast at every turn with the things that are going on with the United States. And we've got ones that want to run for president under the Democratic flag, and they don't seem to understand that in order to make our country better, you've got to clean up the trash first.
Yeah.
And the trash is that 1 in 6 of 2.3 million or more prisoners are innocent, and that the prison system does not work.
That number, amen, that number that you just said, 2.3 million, that's the challenge that we have, because I don't know if you heard of Kim Kardashian, but she's going around and helping people get out of prison, which is great, but she's doing like 4 or 5 people. Maybe she's up to 6 now. There's 2.3 million. I mean, we need more than Kim Kardashian running around talking to President Trump. We got to have a massive overhaul of the system.
Well, we need another million people just like her in order for it to turn out within our lifetime.
Yeah. It's so easy. It's so easy to get lost in the system because there's so many innocent people in prison. 2.3 million, and you just said it's likely that 1 in 6 shouldn't even be there, and I agree with you. So
yes. Well, and on top of that, brother, these things, it should be every U.S. citizen's initiative. Just like we have the power to arrest somebody when we see somebody stealing something from a store or stealing something from somebody on the street or something, we have the authority to arrest them and hold them until the police get there. Yeah. Now, by the same token, we have the authority as U.S. citizens to make sure that our government doesn't put one individual that is innocent in prison, period.
Yeah.
And that should be everybody's priority as a citizen. In order to be a citizen of this country, you must stand up for your rights, or somebody is going to walk over them and take you down the road, and you'll end up being a prisoner, just like I was.
Yeah. Another good example, that's a very powerful, Patrick, what you just said, and I agree. Mike Pence, who's the vice president of the United States, was over at another country, and he was talking about, I think it was Germany, and he was talking about the horrors of Auschwitz and the horrors of these camps, right? But yet in his own state, I think he comes from Indiana, in his own state, we have federal prisons. We even have a secret communications management unit.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Where they torture people in his own state. It's going on right now, and he refuses to acknowledge that.
Yeah, and not only that, but most of the government officials in the state and in the country are receiving some kind of recompense for having people in prison.
Right, they're making money. They're making a whole lot of money, yes.
Yeah, that goes against the Emancipation Proclamation, where it...
You have 30 seconds remaining.
it becomes human trafficking, and people are making money off of other people's captivity.
Yes.
That's against the law.
Yeah. It's modern day slavery. You're a prisoner of war. We're praying for you, Patrick. We're praying for you.
Blessings to you. Thank you. Have a good day. I'll talk with you a little later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.
All right. We love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, love you too.